have people pulling up to hear us do our thing with. The jump we got.
What up? What up? What up? What up, y'all?
Man, what's
going on?
What's
good evening to all the sweet summer children.
Feels so good to be back in the house of the dragon one more time.
Oh yeah. We for those of you who may not realize it, but we are now covering at Hot D.
Did you say we uncovering Hot D?
No, I said we are now covering.
Oh,
we with the season coming up on June 16th, Father's Day actually.
Mm-hmm.
We had to put season 7 to the side, and nobody really give a fuck about season 8 anyway. So we had to put that to the side and hop on this Hot D. No Diddy.
Oh man, y'all come on. Come on, dog.
But
it's not me this time. It's not me this time.
Yeah, we got a lot going.
Yeah,
somebody
it's
got
exciting,
an echo.
man.
Who was that?
I don't know.
But before we hop off into that, I want to give a huge shout out to the GOAT, Don Staley, South Carolina Gamecocks.
Amazing.
On the undefeated season. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, undefeated season. They whooped the corn out of Iowa, bro. But congrats to them. That's big, man. It's only been 10 teams that go undefeated and win the championship. And another amazing thing about her is, I think in the last 3 or 4 seasons, she's like 110-4.
Yeah.
With 3 chips. Like, that's crazy.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
Very like impressive. She running at a 97% clip, dog. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll kill her, man. It's phenomenal to see what she was doing with it.
Yeah. She beat motherfuckers like Ramsey did Sansa. Just relentless.
And got that drill.
That analogy,
Hey, and shout out to them freshmen and Raven Johnson for that defense, man. She was on Caitlin Clark ass, baby.
Mm-hmm. And she was. Caitlin was lighting her ass up at first, but
Caitlin,
she got with it.
Caitlin cold as fuck, man. I got to give her a props.
Caitlin cold as fuck, but that defense was wearing her ass down.
Yeah,
the D wore out.
She played the whole game, man. She played the whole damn game. So
yeah, she did. She did.
That ain't no small feat.
Hey, we got a new person in the comment. We got Nia Green. She said she made a live. Welcome.
Appreciate you, Nia.
Welcome. Juices in the refrigerator.
Team Green.
Announcements on deck.
It sounds like Team Green.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, hey, Nia Green, you know what I'm saying? Listen, man, slowly but surely.
Hey,
slowly but surely.
Even if you green, you can still be Team Black.
College, nigga.
We got Wanda C. Hey, with 4 E's. We got some of the usual suspects. Emily in the house.
Em.
We got my favorite waffle color Negro, Maisha, in the building. Lego my Negro. What's happening?
Lego my Negro.
We got Mason Mar, Mal DM. What's up, y'all? So let's go and get this train rolling.
Yeah, man. Come on.
So we covered it live a couple years ago, and this is my first time doing the rewatch. What about y'all?
Yeah, it's my first
same.
time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely felt different watching it too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. One of the biggest differences is versus when we first initially covered it. We got two women with us today. Celestia won't be here, so sorry to inform y'all we won't have an boom tonight, but episode 1 was brutal as fuck.
Yeah.
And I remember the last time we covered it, everybody was in the comment was like, "Hey, why the fuck y'all ain't got no women to talk about this?" So,
yo, have you rewatched when we covered it? Did you?
No,
have you ever gone rewatch it? It's so fucking awkward how we tried to get through that whole like fucking just completely. What is the word I'm looking for? Goddamn, it was so awkward, like for us to try to cover that, and that's when you're right. I realized too. I was like, okay, we need consistently, we need more women because we had we had women on and off the show, but they weren't just consistently part of the show. So
I just remember being in the audience and Carlton kept saying childbirth was wild in Medieval.
Yeah, we definitely
and we were like, yeah.
And then that was it.
We were trying to work our way through that shit, man. Like,
yeah, we tried to work our way through it. Like, I mean, I tried to cite some medical racism and how, like a lot of that shit, especially the underlying effects of medical racism and how it happens to Black women, especially during child rearing, childbirth, and all that shit like that. But I couldn't really articulate it in the way that I wanted.
Yeah,
like the best we could do was like, damn, that's brutal.
Yeah.
Well, that's about it.
I mean,
anyway,
we did acknowledge that it fucked us up more than anything that we saw graphically, visually, like in the rest of that. I mean, like it was motherfucking nuts cut off in that same episode, and
there was a penis,
and it was definitely a penis cut off, and definitely a skull crushed, and none of that compared in any way.
Exactly. Yeah,
right.
So, that shit was wild.
So let's kick it off. So the episode start with the Great Council of 101. And I remember, when we did the first time, Leslie, you and Carlton made a big deal out of it. And me, I was like, shit, nigga, just an old nigga sitting in the seat. But since then, I've read the books and all of that. So I now understand the significance of it.
Yeah, man. I mean, because it was, this was something that you're right. You've only read about, and so for it to, I didn't even know they were going to cover it. So for them to even for them to open on that shit was a real big deal. You're right, for book readers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. You hit it right on the head. I mean, but it was clearly, this whole secession thing and who's heir and who's not. Like, a lot of that shit is just like, well, fuck it. Where's the fucking closest male heir, right? Where's the closest male descendant to the king right now? If it's not a son, then who the fuck is it? Is your third cousin twice removed? Cool. Get that nigga. Been just completely, essentially bypassing more than capable women to sit on the throne, which is, Game of Thrones, one of the things that it does a really good job of showing how much, essentially toxic masculinity kind of holds true until eventually that a woman is able to ascend past that, and this, no example. I mean, no.
What I didn't observe the first time I watched that shit was the look on Viserys' face when that motherfucker got picked. That nigga looked like, who, me? That nigga looked like he did not want to do that shit, dog. Like, y'all niggas serious? Nigga, I just came here for drinks. Like
God damn it.
He's so goofy.
Yeah. He didn't look like he wanted that shit ever. Like, even when he got it, he looked surprised to have it. He thought it was gonna be Rhaenys.
I mean, you know, he looked awkward the whole 10 episodes or 9 episodes.
I got something that I want to say about that this time around that I didn't appreciate the first time around too. So, but we'll get into it for sure.
But so you know, we started the Great Council, and then it switches over to Rhaenyra. She's riding on the back of Syrax, and she meets up with Allison. And at this point, she's just Allison. I mean, we had a variety of names for her down the line, but right now she's Allison.
She's just Allison.
Yeah, and this is also when we first meet her mother. Y'all, Cersei, won't you take us through that conversation she had with her mama?
So after Ray and Allison were walking around, and after she had written Syrax,
is that
is it Syrax?
Mm-hmm.
Syrax. I don't know.
These niggas be trying to be careful with these names now. Y'all niggas scared. These motherfuckers got y'all niggas scared. Stop being scared. Don't be scared. I can tell when you scared.
Call out Janus if you want
to. Ray went to see her mother. Her mother was in a tub and was in pain. She was miserable. That's what you are when you're at your, I'd say between your 7th and 9th month of pregnancy. It's miserable. So she also is carrying with her all of the losses that she's had. So this pregnancy is not something that's pleasant for her until she delivers a healthy baby. So there's always a threat of doom in her mind, in her body. So that, of course, doesn't help. But then Ray comes in and she's talking to her and telling her that that's her duty is to bear children. And of course, Ray is like, nah, bruh, she almost has Arya spirit. Like, she just wants to ride dragons and chill. She don't want to have no kids. She said FTK at quite an early age. And we'll see if that changes. But it's a poignant conversation with her mother, especially knowing what happens here soon with her mother.
Right. Yeah, she you know, and I remember us pointing that out. You know, they was like, this is how we serve the realm. You know, this is where we fight our wars and whatnot. And as we find out later, like she's been through hell, and she tells us about that hell when she talks to Viserys. So we leave that scene, and
then I think this is where she also says, you know, this is their battlefield.
Yeah, that's the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We go to the small council meeting.
Did y'all talk about Rhaenyra ass smelling like dragon ass?
No.
We were about to get to that.
Everybody called her out on smell like dragon.
Oh, because her mama told her that shit. She's like, get out my face.
Told her that first, right?
Like outside.
Like, honey pot ain't gonna fix that smell, baby. You gotta go dunk.
And another thing about that scene, we saw them people, you know, bathing. Like, we might have saw 2 baths in all of Game of Thrones, and for them to open up with one, you know, a full bath like that was amazing. I didn't think those people did that.
He even complained about the water. Didn't
I think the Targaryens were very, very clean. They came from someplace different where they had different habits, and so I think that you know, they brought those hygiene habits with them, even though nobody around them in King's Landing really got with that. You know,
they wash ass
they're the royal people. Yeah, so that's the royal people. They have to do that. But we from Westeros, we just gonna be stank.
When you're sleeping with your uncle, you gotta take extra precautions.
Oh shit! They washing ass in ancient Valyria.
Gave more for the incest.
Right.
Oh shit!
You can't wash this incest away, baby.
Oh shit!
This is the part where I would make an Alabama or West Virginia joke, but I'm gonna just leave them be. They got enough issues.
South Carolina won tonight, so we'll leave them alone.
Yeah. So to CJ's point, she goes to the small council meeting, and Viserys like, yeah, you smell like dragon ass. You know, she was like, I went to go see mom. He was like, damn, bitch, smelling like a dragon.
Pretty much.
He was like, bitch, you late. The king's cupbearer can't be late. And immediately with that scene, Corlys Valeria was about business.
From the
Like,
get-go, right?
Viserys telling the story like, you went in the wrong hole, no did he? And he was like, hey, nigga, the crab feeder killing everybody. He fucking up my money. The fuck we gonna do?
Yeah, Corlys was stepping in their own business. I'm ignoring you tonight, TK. I'm ignoring you tonight. I'm not following it in that. So yeah, Corlys was standing on business. He was like, this is starting to mess with my money. Y'all better get ready to do something about this because it's going to affect everybody. So don't you think we ought to get into this? And Beesbury's like, do we really want to go into a war? So there's Beesbury.
Now, what's amazing about that scene is, you know, when we had Corlys, well, I keep calling it Corlys, but when we had Steve on, he talked about that scene where Rhaenyra was about to pour him a drink. He like, hold on, bitch. I'm about business right now. Y'all white folks, they about to get me drunk and fuck y'all my money.
And didn't he say in the interview that wasn't written in the script? He did that on his own.
Yeah, he told us. He said that he fully improvised that part, and you know he just went with it. And you know that was dope. That was the first exclusive he gave us. Matter of fact, while we talking about it, y'all go back and watch that interview with the first Negro Gary on TV. So
I asked the question, by the way. Just
oh my gosh,
that's a fucking FYI. I'm the one who got the exclusive. Yeah, that's
Are
right.
we fangirling again tonight, Damon?
All giddy and shit. The one that was fanboy. I'm the one who got the fucking shut the fuck up, TK. I'm the one who got the fucking exclusive rights. So I mean, who got the exclusive like news about that shit? So
hey,
you know, my shit paid off.
I put the camera on Steve and Steve telling. I had the camera on Steve and he's telling the story, and I put it back on Leslie. He just said, "God damn, bro, what you doing?"
Man.
I had never seen Leslie smile so much in my life.
I know. He was just happy as hell.
You know, like,
hey, look, man.
Listen. It was just like, come on, man. It was like fucking.
It was like
I was like Charlie Murphy and he was Prince, and you know how Prince walk in is like that aura and shit, nigga. Fucking that nigga's fucking charming and shit. Come on, man. Y'all niggas.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, man. I feel you, man. We don't get that many opportunities for field trips these days. You know what I'm saying? Like this was like being in kindergarten and you get your field trip. You know what I mean?
Thank you. It's
you know what I mean? Like you didn't even know you was getting out of school today. Like, oh, we get to see a play today, nigga.
Thank you. Nigga.
I will have to say, I do have to say that was some of the purest black boy joy I had seen in a while. And I mean, y'all would just jumped off of the screen, off of all of you. So it was a wonderful interview. It was good to see you all that engaged and that free, because we don't often get that space to have those exuberant emotions the way we should. And it was a really great interview because of all of your energies.
Thank you. What's happening? Valerian up in the house.
What up, though?
See you, bro. What up, man?
I had to fight the urge to be an asshole. I fight the urge. What's up, dog?
What up, though?
Okay.
So yeah, but you know, in that meeting, you know, he was about business, and Otto was hating from the jump, hating ass Otto.
Oh yeah, that nigga. Yeah.
What meeting we on? Which meeting we talking about?
The first small council meeting.
Oh yeah. Well, and either one of them, Otto was being.
They were talking about the triarchy.
Facts. Hey, that nigga Corliss was like they fucking up the bread.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Hold on. So how was Otto hating again? What was the reason that y'all say that?
Well, in this scenario, because he was like, fuck them shipping lanes and your bread, nigga.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, listen, you know, when there's a bigger fish to fry, there's a bigger fish to fry. When we talking about
there you go.
When we're talking about introducing the new heir as far as being, you know, at the same time of holding the tournament, then you know, I mean,
but listen though, man.
Priorities.
Hey,
how you gonna have a tournament before?
But he wasn't hating when Viserys was talking about being in the wrong hole. Like, think about that. He was laughing at Kiki and the shit. As soon as Colin started talking about some real shit.
Otto gives Diddy vibes to me.
Damn.
He had Meal screaming in the back room. Like,
y'all are, oh my God.
We're not gonna spread that rumor.
That's right. That's fucking ridiculous.
A career hater.
Yeah. Fred says Otto is a career hater. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's fair.
A career hater or a career statesman?
He said Leslie just likes evil. And that is true.
Things mutually exclusive, nigga.
All I know, that nigga Viserys was ready to throw a party, nigga. That nigga was.
He wanted his tourney. That's all he wanted was that turn.
Hey, like, nigga, let's get into that shit. That nigga was like,
ain't no party like a Viserys party. Is like all LeBron said to put the Puff Daddy.
They say you don't even know the boy, and he was like,
I got a feeling. Got a feeling about this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, "Fuck what y'all
Viserys
talking about."
gives those forever fat boy kind of vibes.
Yeah, I mean,
he got that family job. You know, he got the wife because the family said this who you gonna marry. You know, and he's just kind of going through the motions because Otto is, for the brains and the power behind the throne. He's telling him what to do and what to say.
That nigga Viserys an accidental CEO. Like, you know what I mean? He just woke up white one day and wound up being a CEO and shit. Like, I ain't even want this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's pretty much how it's been with him. I mean, but then they talk about the financial state of the realm at that time too. Were they? Am I like?
Nah,
it was peaceful and prosperous, wasn't it? Like from
Okay.
Like
they was broke though.
That's what I thought. I definitely thought it was some broke talk going on up in that motherfucker.
But surprisingly, it wasn't at the small council. We didn't first hear about the niggas being broke at the small council meeting. It was when Emma was sitting in the tub and he was talking about the tournament. She's like, another tournament.
Okay.
With money we don't have.
Okay. All right. That's when. Okay. So my bad.
Now,
I ain't
did say something at the table, but it was just a little quick, you know, and they just pushed him back. So Beesbury did say something, but they pushed him back.
That nigga Viserys been fucking up King Jaehaerys money for 10 years with feasts and tournaments and shit.
Yeah, that's. I thought there was some shit that was mentioned about that shit. So,
but before we get too far ahead, let's get back to the next scene. You had Ray meeting Damon in the throne room, and watching it now, nigga, it's even weirder and more
grooming ass scene.
Oh yeah, it is. It's
grooming ass motherfucking scene.
It's very R. Kelly-ish, like super, you know, trapped in the closet, volumes 1 through 40 R. Kelly.
Damn, it's definitely
wow.
But you know what though, I can imagine that's how Ned was looking at Jamie when Jamie was sitting on the Iron Throne after they sacked King's Landing. Like just the way that Damon and Jamie were probably just sitting there, just lounging in their chair like this, just thinking this shit. You know, like that's the first thing that came to my mind when Damon entered the scene and we were introduced to him.
Yeah,
he definitely had like a lot
nice
of
parallel. That's a nice ass fucking parallel. Same demeanor, same attitude too.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was creepy as fuck, though.
Yeah, but the whole rumor thing,
the necklace exchange and everything.
Yeah, the camera work, the way that the camera just went right to her neck, and the way she held up her hair, and he came around her neck and put the new necklace on.
But
the way they purposefully did that was like, you know, I'm almost touching you, but I'm not really touching you, but I'm giving you this because it's for me, and I want you to wear it, and I want you to think of me every time you wear it, kind of thing happening.
Well, even down to them speaking high Valyrian to each other, like they the only two, you know, they're speaking that shit to each other. And like my first question was like, how long you niggas been doing that?
Mm-hmm. And the way that she was the one who started speaking it to him.
Now, so how much of the creepy vibe is based on what we know?
What we know now,
What we know now compared to assuming what we didn't know back then, even though people.
I did not know it back then, and I didn't feel like it was creepy back then.
No.
You didn't. Did you feel like it was creepy back then? Before
I did not.
I did not.
I'm telling y'all, to me, it wasn't creepy back then.
We talked about it though.
I thought it was more manipulative.
It was R. Kelly's.
Yeah, we talked about that shit.
It was weird, but I didn't think it was gonna go to where it went to.
I took issue with, of course, he is the adult. It is the adult who needs to control the narrative and control how they perform in front of a child. But I took notice of how grown she was. Because if you compare her to Dany, her ass is grown. 1, for speaking High Valyrian. 2, for even mentioning his sword.
I didn't even peep that.
Like mentioning Dark Sister, like that's some high level shit to get this man.
I didn't know you could be grown for learning.
But
to do
she
language.
also wanted to be a knight and fight, and ride dragons and fight. So they had that energy in common, and he probably knew she was, trying to be a tomboy or wanted to follow that path. So he was feeding into her fantasy of, being a knight and, riding a dragon freely and all of that.
He also had.
He was trying to get her to ride. So
he had that necklace ready for her. It was up to him as the adult.
But we also black people, and we know how the creepy uncle is when it comes to niggas in the family, right? It's just like, like stay Johnny away from Uncle fucking from Uncle Carl.
Listen,
this nigga TK is unhinged.
I really thought at that time that like his manipulation was more about aiming for the throne or aiming for power.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was about.
Yeah, that's how I was kind of
first time around.
In that. Because like Queen Mama said that they both have this kind of, like they both have like this commonality there when it comes to battle, when it comes to Rhaenyra not exactly being the typical little girl, and so them talking High Valyrian to each other, or them, talking about his sword and shit like that. There's there could be taken as like just, they just have a close relationship because of, common interests.
Yeah, I thought it was more of admiration.
Her more for the heir more than anything.
That scene was definitely.
Yeah, but also like
he was being a creep and she was being a fast-tail girl.
Rhaenyra's first question was, "Does my father know?" Like, to me, that was also a tip off. Like, why the fuck are you worried about like if your daddy know or if his brother's home? Like,
right.
She wanted to be the first to greet him. Like, it just it was nuance to that shit.
Yeah. You to Queen Mother's point, that scene was definitely shot purposely. It was definitely shot by Roman Polanski. So
Wolski.
We leave that scene.
So wait a minute. So if it was shot by Roman Polanski, does that make Queen Emma Sharon Tate? Because she got all cut up.
Boy, y'all going deep in the 70s.
Who is Sharon Tate?
Y'all going deep in the 70s. Charles Manson.
We'll talk about it later, Percy.
I would head it straight to Google on y'all ass.
Listen,
Sharon Tate was Polanski's wife that got killed in their house in the Hollywood Hills.
Oh shit!
Not Charles
Yeah.
Manson, but the crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them psycho killers. Okay.
Yeah. The psycho killer, Charles Manson.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one that the
Once Upon a Time in
the
Hollywood.
black actor had gone to see right before she got killed?
Say what?
Oh, I don't know about all that.
No.
It was one black actor that went to go see something. I'm sorry, I'm getting off on a tangent. But
Yeah. We'll discuss them niggas later.
We'll circle back on that.
Sharon Tate, the company, got killed by a bunch of hippies.
Yeah.
So
we're fingering children.
Yeah, we leave the throne room and we get to Ray and Allison. They're in the garden with the book. And this is where we see the beginning of the fingering and lingering.
No. Fuck that. I saw it when fucking whatchamacallit got off the dragon.
And she was waiting there in the carriage.
You're a good study at those, aren't you? You did it.
Damn.
Woo!
Thank you for seeing it before us, Leslie.
Lit Cersei.
So so they was in the garden, fingering and lingering. Anything in particular about that scene that strikes y'all peculiar y'all, anything like that?
The only thing that struck me not really peculiar, but Allison was very, very okay. You need to study this. If you don't study this, you're gonna get in trouble. And Ray was like, girl, whatever. And then Ray finally showed her, I know what it says. As a matter of fact,
I think too, a lot of the significance in that, it shows you like the seriousness that Allison takes that shit, like how loose Rhaenyra is. Rhaenyra, like, I just want to chill, fuck off, ride a dragon or two, eat some cake. But it kind of shows you the roles that they're gonna go into and the people that they become as we see the season progress.
Yeah.
And why Allison continues to have a stick up her ass, but
But that stick was placed up her ass by her father because you have to behave a certain way all the time. Somebody's always watching you. You have to be absolutely perfect. And and then she has the other problem with biting her nails, which is a few scenes later.
Yeah, like let's be honest though. If we had, hypothetically, if I had a daughter, which I got two of them, whew, Lord have mercy, pray for me. Would you rather have the Allison daughter or the Ray daughter?
Allison, because Ray's rogue.
Ray. I'd rather have Ray.
1 out of 10 a Ray works. Allison, I mean, she's
I have an Allison and a Ray.
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 I am Ray. My sisters are Allison. I have an older sister and a younger sister. Both of them are Allison, and I am Ray.
Well, I thought that scene was cool. Like, I mean, like it showed a little bit of tenderness between those two.
Oh, it showed some tenderness.
Like, she was laying her head on
tenderness and wet spots, baby.
Right. So yeah, like I thought that was an interesting aspect of it because it did show how close they really were, and beyond just showing that, like it did distinguish them from one another. Like one of them was about the
rules,
rules and royalty, and the other one was like, yo, nigga, I want to fly dragons and I don't give a fuck if I smell like dragon ass. Like that's what I want to do. Like, and so I think it does kind of begin to kind of set that tone for you early. We at that point, like I'm not a book reader. I didn't read the book, so I'm not familiar with where this shit is headed. But at that point in time, I just thought they were two innocent girls at that point that were friends.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of the like them being the same age on the show. I wasn't a fan of it when it first dropped, and I'm after the first episode rewatch, I'm not a fan of it.
What are their ages in the books?
Allison is older, like clearly older.
Yep.
She's closer to the age of Viserys. It's more like a stepmom, stepdaughter relationship from jump than them being friends. And then and it's to me, I don't know. To me, it made it more volatile than them being friends turned enemies. Like it was from jump, them bitches ain't like each other.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I liked it better that way.
Yeah.
So we leave that scene, and the next scene starts out. We see Viserys with the early stank back setting in.
That nigga got a royal infection.
Yeah. Yeah. We see the early hole starting to form in his lower back meat.
Man, this nigga really deteriorated for like fucking 8.5 episodes. That's crazy.
Dog, from the jump. I forgot that
this nigga been deteriorating since like 20 minutes in episode 1.
And it's funny because by the end of the episode, when he's talking to Damon on the throne room, that nigga was already like starting to breathe heavy and shit. I was like, God damn, this nigga been sick from jump.
Nigga down bad, son. Too much partying and fucking.
Right. God damn that Magic Johnson, nigga.
So we see in this scene we see Otto and I forget the maester's name, but we see Otto and the maester.
Is it Milos, something like that.
Meatloaf.
No, Melos, Mellos, Mellas. I don't know which one.
Melos.
That is insane, yo. That is crazy.
JC.
That's
no
tough.
man.
That is tough.
My Lord.
That's wow.
Oh,
That's going in the book.
So his name is Melos.
Thank you, M.
But yeah, we saw Otto and Grand Maester Melos, and they just looked like they was on some sneaky hush bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they putting the play in motion right there.
Yeah.
And those are the two people right now closest to Viserys.
So what y'all saying? Y'all think it was a play in motion now?
They put a little Shook Avery P in that opening.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold up now. So
yeah.
So y'all think it was some
sister?
I think it was some.
I don't think they were doing no like poisoning or no shit, but they was definitely.
They were planning.
They were always like speaking of his fucking demise, like whenever the fuck that was gonna be.
Yeah.
I think they were always kind of planning or thinking ahead, like, "Hey, nigga, what?"
And can they help it move forward?
Shit together, type shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so you saying
so
go ahead.
The maester's assistant suggested that they cauterize that wound, which would have, put a scab over it, and the maester tossed that by the side. That's not what he wanted to do. No, that's not what we're going to do.
He said, "Let it burn."
So,
okay,
yeah.
All right.
He did look at him like, "Shut up, fuck nigga."
Yeah, he wanted to put the worms on them. So the leeches. I'm sorry, not the worms. The leeches. He wanted to put the leeches on him, and the assistant wanted to cauterize it, and he was like, "We'll put the leeches on."
Mr. Orwell hadn't showed up yet.
No,
not yet.
Yeah, not yet. But this also shows you about how much influence the Masons have. Like, I mean, and this is something that is kind of always alluded to in the books, especially in like in the Dragon book, is that the Maesters have a lot of influence about like what kind of history is told and how it's told, and sometimes there are even suggestions of like schemes afoot and shit like that. So this is kind of no different. And for the fact that the Hightowers, who obviously reside and come from Old Town, which is the same place that the Maesters originate from, that this is kind of, I mean, they could very well be in unison, and it's heavily implied, so I mean, so this is kind of something that they're alluding to. Yeah.
Well, these motherfuckers giving. Well, I'm jumping ahead, but I'm based on what y'all are saying. I got some new questions now.
Okay.
Okay.
I got some new questions. I got some new questions.
What in the fuck is Suge favorite piece?
Yeah, I'm for real. Like if y'all saying if y'all saying the motherfuckers are saying let it burn like that, I have some new questions now. Like for real.
CJ serious dude.
Yeah, like shit. I didn't peep that.
Hey, when you get a chance, go Google the Maester conspiracy. That's what they keep saying in the comments.
Okay.
Yeah. Conspiracy, like Mason Mar was saying, is that they hate dragons, they hate magic, they hate all that shit. They hate all that like certain
Anything
shit that like disrupts the status quo. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything that can't have a fucking scientific explanation that they can back by notes and shit, they don't like.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Yep.
So we leave that scene. And we get to the tub scene with Viserys. Oh no, was she in the tub? Yeah, Viserys
Yes,
was talking to Aemma. And that's when she said, yo, we broke as fuck. You trying to throw a party. And this is where she basically told us her life in a nutshell with this nigga. Like, I lost a baby this way, lost a baby that way, I lost a baby this way. Nigga, I'm tired, bro. Yeah. And this gonna be the last one. He like, I bet.
Mm-hmm. She should have shut the fuck up.
Little did she know that signed her death warrant.
Should have shut the fuck up.
I mean,
yeah. And I remember us talking about that. Like, Leslie, you said, when we covered it, like, yeah, she probably should have shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I remember I said that. Yeah, I said that in my takeaways too. Bishop should have shut the fuck up. I mean, but I also didn't know. I don't want to jump ahead, but anyway, yeah. So
she definitely did. She did a lot of foreshadowing, Leslie, in her conversation with Viserys, even saying, like from everything from her describing her 5 attempts at birth in 10 years, I think, with one successful birth, and that being Rhaenyra, and her apologizing, saying if I failed you, and then said one day I might wind up giving birth to a real dragon. I think she said,
"Where you at, nigga? You in the shadow realm?"
I don't know.
Why is this shit pause?
Did my shit pause? Look, man, I don't know. My shit should not be doing that, but
they got the
let me mute my shit. Y'all keep the party going. I'll fix my shit.
Serious
shit.
So we had a question. Why aren't we allowed to jump ahead? This is a rewatch. Well, everybody hadn't watched it, so we like to keep it, as
it's somewhat structured, because if we start going,
we'll be everywhere.
Everywhere.
I mean, because we
shit that's in the book and ain't even in the fucking show.
Yeah. Like we doing the rewatch Game of Thrones, and I've received quite a few messages from people like they watching it for the first time, with us. So we really do try to keep that in mind.
Well, you may have more new watchers since we're only in season 2.
Yeah. So after we leave that scene, we see what Damon is motherfucking Blue Lives Matter. Like,
oh my God.
That nigga was lit like the LAPD in '92, boy.
Oh, dog.
You know
that shit was wild, bro.
Them niggas was going crazy.
Yeah.
Like that motherfucker was fucking was goddamn Rankin County, nigga.
Man, nigga, like, hey, don't ride through sundown town, my boy. Don't ride through that.
Man.
Hey, what got me with that scene? Like, first of all, nigga, y'all ain't got no internet or nothing. How y'all just pointing out motherfuckers? He's like, thief, rapist. Like, bro, they.
Yeah, whatever they say he did that shit.
Right. He did that shit.
Judge, jury, and literal executioner right in the fucking moment. They got it.
Bro, they really was all lives mattering like a motherfucker out there.
I mean, hell yeah, nigga. That was gold. Hell yeah, gold cloaks lives matter. I mean, because he was the judge, jury, and executioner. That's what Hightower pointed out in the in the council meeting is that
Boy, Otto
passed the
Otto
summary judgment.
could not fucking wait to tell that shit.
He passed the summary judgment. Yep.
Hey,
He wait to tell that shit.
Hey, nigga, them niggas wasn't even in the council room yet. Otto was like, "Hey, man, let me holler at you right quick, bro."
This nigga was wilding last
this
night.
Nigga's wilding. Oh shit! He walked in there talking shit. Damon was like, "Nigga, you were saying you stand on business, nigga."
Right.
Yeah.
Like dog, that shit tripped me out.
Why weren't
They had a see, that's what I didn't understand. Like, these niggas just roam the street. They did all this shit.
Right.
But I guess like Damon was saying, hey, motherfucking King's Landing, everybody know it ain't safe. It's been unsafe. CJ, your mic all right? Damn, that motherfucker.
My bad.
So, it was just reckless and
Wait,
lawless.
like, so you're saying that Damon was essentially Biden's crime bill? Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh shit.
This nigga. Yes, nigga.
I was just asking. I didn't know what you were trying to.
All I'm saying is, they pulled up and left with 2 carts full of body parts, nigga.
Man, they had the cart niggas off.
Yeah, man.
That shit was gross.
Niggas were tossing fingers and shit. I was like, God damn.
I wonder who had to scoop up all the dicks and balls for the rapists.
Right.
Oysters, clams, and cockles. All of that, baby.
Oh my god.
Horrible.
That was so wrong.
City cleanup, nigga.
That man was reckless fucking abandon, dog.
Yes.
DeAndrea said cutting off Sashi with reckless abandon.
Hey, but how you cut a nigga dick off and they just throw it in front of him?
Hey, left it on the little stump.
At least you didn't pull a Ramsey though. I mean,
Oh man.
Man,
Yeah.
right. Can you imagine like going to the whole
Hell no.
That is just
that
that is just nasty. That is
Dick
just
meat soup is crazy.
no Diddy. No fucking Diddy.
Oh my god.
oh shit.
What the hell are we doing tonight?
That's
Not
why.
eating dick meat.
You know who was in line for some feet?
I mean, I eat it, but not like it.
Hey, but like imagine you go to a local tavern, you just got through hot nuts and holes and shit, you fucked up. And then David comes there and say, "You right there." It's like what?
And that's
Wow.
Oh, some of that black Walter pie.
That's about the worst shit that they can call you. Rapist.
Right.
I'd rather them niggas say I'm a murderer and just behead me.
Yeah.
Just fucking kill me.
Let me go, bro.
Rapist? Nah, dog.
Yeah. That was some of that black Walter
that's
pie
true.
they was making. Damn.
Hey, this nigga Damon showed up to the council meeting with the blood still on his face.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. You can't even wipe your face off.
Man, that
Your
nigga
gold
hair
coat
it
is
looked like he had
got
it
red
looked like he literally
polka
just
dots
left.
on it.
That nigga had
Hey,
just left. the
I
fucking
like
battlefield.
that scene though.
Yeah.
I like that scene because HEIRS Otto, was doing this thing, hating as usual,
Yeah.
telling his shit. And
Hold up. Otto had a fucking point. I mean, god damn, like Damon can't run around the fucking city.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, man. Listen, sometimes the messenger overshadows the message. That fuck nigga don't need to be telling nothing.
Hey,
He said,
Because
"When
he
was
had
the
a key.
last
We're
time
supposed to
you
do
was
shut
at
the fuck up.
home?"
hey, and
We
then
supposed to
at
shut
the
the
end
fuck
of
up,
the
he's handing
at
the
the
key.
end of the whole shit, the nigga Viserys was like, "Bruh, for real, chill out, nigga, please."
but Damon had he had an underlying motive that like at the time before the conversation that finally took place, before we realized it. I mean, like he was like, "Oh, I got to show up in a way that makes my brother look strong because right now my brother be looking weak and shit." So
Yeah.
like this,
I thought that was a bullshit line by Damon. He just wanted to kill niggas. He is the police.
I mean, Damon was very unlikable for a very long time.
Yes.
For at least for quite a long time.
Hey, but
but I think both things are true. Yes, Damon did just want to kill niggas, but Damon did have an unwavering loyalty to fucking Viserys and protecting him and his crown.
Yeah, he didn't
doing
give
the
a fuck
dirty
about
work.
the throne.
Yeah, he was definitely about doing the dirty work.
And he was fucking unwavering in that shit.
Yeah, and keeping Viserys' hand relatively clean because he knew Viserys wasn't about that life.
He wasn't about that life, and he couldn't. And at that point in Viserys' life and fucking career as king, he couldn't jump into that life. You can't turn that switch on. I have to be what you can't be.
Early in the series, though, I think they did a good job of making it seem like Damon might have been more ambitious than, or more aspiring for something other than just to be his brother's brother. And
I mean, because shit, like they even said it when that nigga was like, "Well, you know, who's gonna be your heir?" And you don't know if Damon gonna kill you in your sleep. And Viserys was like, "Well, how fucking dare you? You know, like how dare you even call it out?" Even though the audience, we were thinking, "Well, shit, this nigga might kill him in his fucking sleep."
Yeah, and I wrote down about that too. I know it's a little bit ahead, but I definitely felt like that was. But I mean, you're right though. Like it's significant. Even how Viserys responded was significant to me. Looking back on it, especially after the way that he gets talked about throughout the series, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Hey,
I thought that another important part in this scene was the way that Otto and Damon got into it. Because Damon said, "Oh, because of your dead wife," you know, because they were talking about Damon and his marriage, and that he wasn't where he was supposed to be with Rhea Royce, and the sheep comment and all of that, which was pretty damn funny.
Is that when Otto stood the fuck up like he was gonna do something?
Yeah, that's what
like if it's serious, like sit your ass down.
Right. Like understanding how them motherfuckers both are now. You know what I'm saying? Like understand how both of them niggas are now. Ain't that shit kind of wild though? That Otto stood up like, nigga, what you want to do?
Hey, my nigga said, "Hey, bro, when the last time you been home, man? You know, you need to take your ass home." And Damon pretty much like, "That's why your wife dead, nigga. Shut up."
Literally, like Otto was prepared to go to the level of petty that Damon was prepared to go to.
Yeah.
And Damon don't give a fuck. And
Damon lives there.
And Damon stand behind his words on the strength of "you can't whoop my ass." So
yeah,
what you gonna do about
So
it?
what you gonna do?
Right.
That's why it's so shocking. That's why it was so shocking to see Otto stand up like that. Like this nigga is.
There's really only two niggas in this universe who can probably whoop Damon's ass, and neither one of them are fucking Otto.
Yeah.
Right.
And neither one of them.
So we leave that scene, and we go to Damon, and he's at the whorehouse getting some long back loving.
Man, that nigga, man, he's short stroking his ass off. No difference. Cause boy,
Damon the
every time, like Damon, boy, if you back up one more inch, you are not gonna be there anymore.
She didn't have her back arched or nothing.
I mean,
that nigga was like.
She was so fake, and she was like,
Especially if I had an audience in there, oh, nigga, I would have pulled out all stuff. Baby.
You know what I'm saying? You should have put, put a leg up or something. You know what I'm saying?
That gas station 3000 would have been fucking.
What?
Yeah.
Go on and pop that honey pack.
That nigga should have got.
"Oh my god!"
Now what the shit they used to be drinking back then? Was it like?
Oh, milk of the poppy.
No,
it was something else.
The crab shit. That's what
that's right. The fermented crab.
Fermented crab. Yeah,
That nigga should have got him the crab, man.
You should have been doing something.
She was like, "Look, what's wrong?"
That nigga. That nigga.
That's mad when we stop and it's like, "Come on, let's talk about it."
That nigga Damon said paper cuts
had to
too.
console that nigga.
Has to build him up a little bit.
She was like, "That's okay, my prince." My boy back there, he ties him up. Like he back there.
Man.
God damn.
Oh my God.
Oh
That's
shit.
so wrong.
God damn, that shit wild.
She should have been like, "What that mouth
Lady
do?"
misery.
I mean, like, what made him put on the show though, knowing he couldn't put on the show?
He was ambitious.
I guess, yeah.
Hey, listen, man. I guess my nigga felt like. I guess he felt like shit. They know I'm a killer, so they ain't gonna say shit.
So don't push. So don't push him.
Don't push him. Revenge is the next choice.
But did he really get it?
That's what I was saying. Like, I don't know. Maybe he needed her to talk to him or something. I don't know. Say something to him.
Yeah.
So we leave.
That nigga was not standing up in it though.
And so we at the tourney.
I'm sure at one time he did, but he wasn't that night.
He did not stand up in it.
We we at the tourney scene, and this is the first time we see the little bitty Negro Garyans. And this an old boy was highly disrespectful to Rhaenys. He's like, I want the favor, Rhaenys, the queen that never was. Fuck you, bitch. And sat back down like.
Oh yeah, I got him Baratheon. Yeah.
Oh, he got it back though.
Hey,
got his ass a real quick.
What Otto
crazy?
said?
Otto was like, you can have that nigga tongue for that shit. If Viserys like, man, fuck that bitch. They gonna talk anyway.
Right.
Like,
Otto was right. I mean, I don't know why y'all niggas keep denying Otto. Y'all niggas may say Otto was a hater, but that nigga was right about that.
You right.
You really do like evil, nigga.
He does.
I don't like it. I'm trying to call a spade a spade. Come on, y'all. Come on.
I bet you make donations to the police union every year.
God. Niggas out here buying black license
like
plates.
that, man. I mean, goddamn, we do.
You love evil, my nigga. Like, we could be talking about X-Men. We could talk about Star Wars. You always lean to the side of evil.
I don't always lean to the side of evil. I try to be fair, man. Fair and balanced, like fucking Fox News.
Oh, yeah.
Fair and balanced.
Them niggas.
Meanwhile, Kristen Cole out there cooking the fuck out of the whole Baratheon lineage.
Yeah, that nigga really is. That
cooking them all, baby.
Like,
Cooking all them motherfuckers.
That nigga out there dragging people in dirty armor, dog.
No, the fucked up one.
That nigga
said,
man like a fucking strainer.
The fucked up one was that Damon asked for Allison's favor and was going to beat her brother's ass.
After he beat her brother ass.
It was after.
Yeah. I mean, after he beat her brother's ass. I
didn't even realize that was her brother at that time.
Yeah.
Hey, that nigga.
The first time we watched.
No, because she looked right at her daddy when she went to the table and picked up the favor to put on his lance, and her father was like, "Is this what you really gonna do?"
We don't hear much. We don't hear much about her brother at least in the first season. From what I recall, I don't remember her brother really being a part of the show that much.
Cause the nigga's name is Gawain.
And after this, he was gone.
On that nigga scene, all I put in my notes in all caps was Gawain.
Fucking name is that?
Nigga name is Gawain. Nigga picked Gawain Hightower. That nigga already ate, and then Otto looking down like, man, this nigga finna get murked, man. And then Gawain come out, hit Damon with a little shit. And Otto was like, all right, son, come on, son. Get up, Craig.
Get up, Craig. Get up, Craig.
And he got his ass whooped.
And then Gawain got whooped.
Man, Damon dirty in the motherfucker because
Gawain was Gawain.
That nigga tripped the horse.
The nigga horse out and fucked him up.
But if y'all notice the contrast between this tournament and the tournament we saw in Game of Thrones, George R. Martin made sure these niggas got it right compared to what the Double D's fucking visualized in their head as far as like how big an actual like medieval tournament is supposed to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Compared to what the fuck goddamn the you know, the original Game of Thrones had like kind of the Knight's Tale type shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was like 2 niggas standing out there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was like a handful of niggas. Yeah.
Hey, well, the budget was a little different back then.
It was. You're right. It was.
Shit.
You're true
When niggas had to walk, so these niggas could run.
There you go.
So,
but George R. R. Martin, not only that, made sure that it was like more colorful and shit like that, more flags represented, more.
Oh yeah,
houses and sigils represented in this tournament, because a King's tournament is supposed to look like.
Hey,
that.
go back to that.
Go back to
I thought I was the only one peep that.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
That tourney grounds is shape.
Talk to him. Speak on that. What Emily said, y'all.
Emily said the turning ground sure is shaped like something. I know what you're talking about.
It's something we okay.
Yeah. It's
I ain't peeped it yet. I'm not a book reader, so
yeah.
I'm gonna let y'all talk about that.
Inside Joe, read the book.
Which part we on now?
It was just a little vaginal violence out there. So
shit.
Amy, she goes into labor.
She going through it.
Hey, dog, that whole scene was fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
Like the
I
you
really
know,
want to watch this shit again. My wife.
I know. I was like, Carlton. No.
I know, Carlton. I feel you, bro. That was like me watching a Red Wedding when Jacinta was pregnant.
Yeah.
Man.
I want to throw the TV on.
This shit was hard watching 2 years ago, and I'm like, fuck. This
Yeah.
shit
Man, I can only imagine.
but it was worse this time around because I didn't realize the first time exactly how much she was begging for her goddamn life.
Yes, man. Yes.
Like she was motherfucking
Dog.
Look, Keith Sweat would be like, goddamn, bitch, tone it down. Bro, that's how much she was goddamn begging.
She was high. Life. And she was high off milk of the poppy and still knew this fucked up was about, like, what's happening to me right now is fucked up. Like, to the
that
extent,
nigga ain't
like,
even had the courage to tell her what was really about. Like, nigga, you talking about they finna take the babe, like,
yeah,
right,
when he said that,
right.
I was like, oh,
I love you.
I could never consciously make that fucking decision. I'm always choose my wife. I'm sorry.
Yeah, bro. Like,
hey, he was like, he real life told her, like, he holding her hand, like, yeah, I love you. You know, it'll be all right. You know, they just about to take the baby. Like, he just, nigga.
Then after the shit was over, when she, like, her hand was just there, lifeless. I'm like, oh,
man.
Well, even before that, I'm sorry, CJ.
No, you go ahead.
When they start cutting her, she realizes what's gonna happen. They start cutting her. There's not enough milk of the poppy in this world for her not to feel that. Because they have to cut through 7 layers to get the baby out. Oof. And at some point she passes out, but you don't know at what point. So not only do they cut it out, and then she bleeds out, and it's just
and as I was looking at it this time, and I looked at the cut they made, they did the low cut, but then they did a split cut up the middle. And it looked like the low cut was from hip to hip. So
it was
if it was, but it looked like it hit the femoral arteries like in her hip, and that's why the blood was spurting so much.
She got butchered.
The sides. Go look at it. Well, I won't say go look at it again.
Exactly. She got butchered.
But that's what I observed.
So, I mean, and I do want to, like, re-emphasize that, like, they told Viserys that she was going to die.
Yeah.
Like, she was not, it wasn't you got to choose between your wife or the baby.
You got to choose one or two.
Like she is going to die. You can try to save the baby, but in order to save the baby, this is how you're gonna have to. We got to do this,
which wasn't necessarily true, because
and that's what. Okay, go ahead.
You can deliver a breech birth. However, the major problem with when a baby's breech, so their head doesn't come out first, their feet come out first, is their head gets entrapped. That's the biggest part of their body. It's very easy for their head to get entrapped. If that baby's head would have got entrapped into her, then both of them are dead. So,
okay. I mean, like with CJ, Oh yeah, go ahead, listeners. I'm sorry.
It is possible to deliver a healthy breech birth, baby.
Which is another reason to question the Maesters. CJ.
That's where I was. Like that's where I was like, okay, since y'all saying what y'all was saying about let the motherfucker burn, now I got questions about this childbirth. Like,
yeah, there's certain like kind of there's definitely some shit online, some talk, especially in the
like, and did the baby live and actually die the next day, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think
you're right, exactly that too. That's the other Maester shit, right? Maester conspiracy, whether or not they actually, were in it with the high towers.
Because the last person you see holding the baby, I think, is the dude.
It's the Maester.
It's the Maester.
Mm-hmm.
And they said it was Ray said it was a lot of hours.
Yeah.
Say that again, Queen Mother.
Your mic was messing up.
And the baby stopped breathing. So he's holding it and you hear the baby gurgling and then you don't hear nothing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
While the Maester's standing there holding. So the baby stops breathing right there in his arms. And he should have done something, went into action, but he just standing there with the baby. And
yeah, because you could hear I heard the baby, like the baby was definitely alive.
Yeah.
I must think I got good sound.
So like,
yeah, you can hear it. You can hear it.
A little sound effect,
like if they really had some shit in play and wheels in motion on some shit.
I think they did, nigga.
Tell him, boy. I mean, like old school Planned Parenthood.
See,
that
shit went over my head last time, dog. That shit went over my head last time. If that
whole time this shit going on, Kristen out there cooking the fuck out of Damon.
You ain't never had to make a
like
trip.
Kristen Cole was whooping Damon ass, dog.
This nigga Damon at this point.
that
nigga cooked Damon and jousting. That nigga Damon back was all on the fucking rail and shit sliding.
That nigga got up so pissed.
Nigga had to get up and wanted fucking smoking arms. And Kristen smoked his ass over there too.
Hey, that nigga was punching air, bro. He was punching air like Trey on motherfucking Boys in the Hood.
My God.
Now he got Kristen Cole ass a little taste with the swords.
Yeah, he did.
Until his ass started celebrating, which it showed you how Damon ass is.
That's Damon. Yeah. But Damon ain't really give a fuck about that shit. Like, nigga, that was a tournament. If that was Kristen would have been fucking cooked.
He knew the nigga couldn't kill him.
Facts.
Yeah,
he couldn't. Nigga, he could touch him up a little bit, but
I'm the prince, nigga. What you gonna do?
He couldn't kill him.
Yeah.
No, man, look at him.
Oh, wasn't that sweet?
That's nice. That's nice. Kissing
I'm
none
a nice
skin.
Hey, Steve Harvey, don't start that shit.
Kissing none but
I'm not going back and forth with you, Steve Harvey. Oh, that's what we doing, Leslie?
Nigga, you just said I donate to the fucking police union. Fuck you, nigga. That's what we doing. Yeah,
that is what we doing right now.
You know what? I don't want no smoke, man. I don't want no Photoshop smoke, man. Listen,
it's hey.
I don't want no Photoshop smoke, bro.
I see you.
Hey, what's
that was payback for Hoodie.
Hey, what was that was it a Drake song or somebody's song? If you reading this, it's too late.
That's an album,
right? One of them. Yeah. So where we at?
Like, is that the same thing your barber said when he cut your hair?
Oh. God damn.
God.
Niggas is laughing hard tonight, ain't it?
God damn.
Niggas is laughing like Carlton.
Hey, peace in the Middle East, man. I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
There's one thing I want to point out.
What are you, Switzerland?
Switzerland.
Hell yeah.
They were still at the tourney, and everybody was finding out that Queen Emma was dead. Ray was just sitting there like nobody was gonna come and tell her that her mama was dead. Like, how y'all gonna stand there and whisper around her?
Yeah,
and she's sitting there confused.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
She out there handing out her favor to Kristen Cole.
Right.
Right. She's stuck on that nigga.
Man.
Yeah, that was wild. I actually felt bad for her.
Hey, but shit, a dragon fume is crazy though.
Yeah.
I ain't never been in no dragon fume.
Right. Yeah, that shit was. Yeah, I mean, motherfuckers just burn. I mean, listen, that's a good way to skip funeral calls. I tell you.
How the dragon know what to burn into dragon fume? Why, when she said Jaehaerys, that motherfucker ain't started burning just a bunch of random motherfuckers? That nigga That nigga walked all the way down the hill.
But hey, you know what?
Don't look at the pyre and set that bitch ablaze.
But I noticed something, and it happened earlier. You know, like they had better synergy with their dragons, for lack of a better word. Like them, they dragons was well behaved, nigga. Because remember when she got off Syrax in the beginning, you know, he was trained. Like he walked the trainer or whoever it was walked him into the dragon pit and shit. Like
exactly, they had trainers and a dragon pit and saddles and shit.
You're right. It was like they were pets. Yeah.
Right. Khaleesi was just fucking ass out learning that shit on her own.
She ain't had no saddle, nothing.
Them motherfuckers, she had to sit on a fucking spike up her ass. But these niggas had saddles and trainers and shit to help them and train them and learn how to get the commands and shit in High Valyrian.
Yeah, Khaleesi was just winging it.
Man.
She acted like it was comfortable.
I mean, he did like to ride that dragon.
Man.
She rode him every chance she got.
So what did John do?
Flame on. Oh, anyway.
Oh, did he?
Oh, shit.
Lil Meek.
Come on, listen. We not gonna keep perpetuating that audio, man. We're not gonna support that. We're not doing that.
Okay.
That's fucked up.
A little Renly.
Nigga said no Renly.
No Renly. That's wild.
No
Loris.
Next is
no Loris.
Oh, Loris, oh baby.
Yeah, so we at another small council meeting.
Immediately after.
Yeah, immediately after, and right off the jump, Corley's like, I'm fucking with Damon. He's next.
Yeah.
Like every scene you see him in, that nigga is about get to the point business. Like
that's it.
Like
mind you,
walking a straight line, nigga.
Corley's like, shit, should I say his name? Hey, and then did nobody say that he sat out and said the shit. Damon Targaryen.
Y'all niggas know what's up.
But think about simple everything. We wouldn't have a story if it would have been simple to do Damon.
Yeah.
But.
And when the cat started
listening to these niggas.
Yeah. Right. Damon listening. And Viserys really, to me, he stood on business at that point in time. Like he was like, man, look, that's my motherfucking brother. My brother gonna ride for me at all times. I trust my brother. Like, I don't believe this shit y'all saying about my brother. Y'all gonna stop saying that shit at this point in time. And this is the part that I really wanted to like get into is that I know throughout the series, like we look at Viserys and we question his strength. And I know that there are reasons to question it, but like looking back on this, like in this moment, like literally, dude was in like grief mode. I thought I said call him Viserys.
Not for serious.
I said Viserys. And so he was basically in grief mode, bro. And in grief mode, he had just lost his wife, just lost his kid, and hadn't had time to process that before they were asking him to make these decisions.
Hey,
What's wrong with y'all?
Nigga, I'm trying to have a serious conversation. And these niggas
listen,
serious for that.
them, CJ, you know how it is with them two, man. You know how it is. When Leslie and Carter get together, them two niggas cannot be for serious at all. You know this. You motherfucking know this. You motherfucking know this.
But for real though, I do want to talk about this for real. Cause I think it's a theme that y'all niggas, man. God damn.
Go ahead, CJ.
Shit.
Hold
I
on,
ain't
CJ,
making
I
no
got
noise.
you.
I'm just laughing.
Nigga,
I got you, dog. Go ahead, CJ.
This
Go
nigga, no, nigga, that's the one of them fucking set up go heads, nigga. I know.
Listen, I muted him for you, dog, so you can get your point off.
No, the only thing I was gonna say is, man, like Viserys is grieving this entire time, and because he's grieving, like it's really significant in that we never really appreciate that he doesn't get an opportunity to grieve, and not having that opportunity to grieve plays a significant role in the way that he forms and makes these decisions moving forward. And I think that's like an important part of grace that he deserves that he didn't get the first time around that we watched and analyzed this.
He did. He came at him like this is the first time, probably one of the only times he stood up for himself. He was like, "Well, you niggas, please, I just lost my wife and kids. Shut the fuck up."
He stood on business, but
shit.
at the same time, to me, he showed his weakness. He showed his very weakness. The council owns you. And you know, later Damon speaks on him, but that council owns him. They pull him in different directions, and thus he is unable to make a direct decision of his own without the influence of like 2 or 3 different motherfuckers that are pulling him in a different direction. So how you gonna make a just decision when your decision is based on opposing sides at all times, and you never make a decision without heavy influence from all of these different sides? Like that was his biggest weakness.
And essentially, he's fallen for the fucking Grand Maester Parcel move that Otto does, right? With the be a just, advisor and all that shit like that. You can trust me, and he lays that out to Damon. He's like, once the because he essentially falls for the setup that Damon to Otto, right? Which is the whole line about fucking king for a day, whatever the fuck he said. And they don't know and that's one of the things that the show is so brilliant about, because the show didn't show
Crazy.
That nigga was but that's the point though, right? The show didn't show him saying that. So we don't, for one, we don't know whether he said it. For two, we don't know under what context he said it in. He could have said it in a mournful, more solemn fucking way than the way he said it or the way it's portrayed. But we own Otto's point of view. And Otto's used that shit, and he used that shit to his advantage. And of course that led to Viserys,
Viserys.
Yeah.
So
shall we move on?
Yes, because he's.
So then we get another R. Kelly scene.
Yeah. So
well, I wouldn't say this is R. Kelly scene. I say this is a very
situation, right? Right. So like the scene, the scene moving around, showing different shit going on at the same time, and is this where we see Plato serving up Allison?
What you call it, nigga?
Plato.
Grooming his daughter. Absolutely.
And go put your mama dress on.
Yeah. Yeah, Plato's like, yeah, wear your mama dress.
It's just crazy, like, nigga, that's your immediate decision.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Also, it's crazy how y'all niggas don't want your fucking family to ascend to, higher power. Yeah, please. But to Otto's point, it's crazy how y'all niggas don't want y'all's family to ascend to a higher level of power. I mean, I'm
Leslie,
you got a grown daughter for the times, and like Carlton said, she's older in the books, and I mean, if the opportunity presents itself,
I think that when he says that in the small council meeting, when Otto says that in the small council meeting, it definitely raises the antenna for Viserys, and so in that way, I'm just gonna say Viserys' name all the fucking time now. Now that I know you niggas is like shit, I'm just gonna keep saying it now. But I think that it was like, I mean, like, he looked at that nigga like for the first time, like that's some wild shit to say. When he was like, you'll do, any man will do anything he can for the opportunity to have the ultimate power or whatever.
Exactly. He said that shit about David. Yeah.
But he
said that shit about David.
He was keeping that shit by himself.
But you sent your daughter into this man who got pus coming out of a sore on his back. I don't care.
That nigga is the king.
I don't care.
That nigga's the king. Which further tells you that he's going to die soon anyway. So, I mean, she ain't got to put up with it for that long.
All you got to do is give him one son, baby girl. We in there. We in like... Man, that nigga been coaching her for this for
Okay.
God, but what are we doing here, people? What are we doing here, people?
He didn't start getting groomed for this today.
Well, listen though. Listen though, let's talk about this real quick.
Okay.
I mean, it's not in the show, but it was talked about in various conspiracies and whatnot that Plato served up to not only Viserys, but she was also served up to Jaehaerys as well.
She was. Now that's a yes. Yeah.
Hold on, Jaehaerys is
the old king. Old king.
The same book that she come in there with to read to Viserys is the book that she used to read to Jaehaerys.
Yeah.
Now hold on, that shit was funny because he was not interested in that book at all. She just sitting there with the book.
It was on the sculptures, dog.
And niggas on that Legos, nigga.
I'm playing this Legos.
Little city together, dog.
Looking them Legos out.
But Jaehaerys,
this the real city.
Yeah, well, he was.
This is your
granddaddy.
This is your
granddaddy. Terrible. He's terrible. I understand what you're saying though, because I know if Damon was
to she reading to that nigga when he died?
Yeah,
She was reading to. She was reading to King. Yeah, when he died.
How'd he die? On top of me.
On top of me.
He couldn't get that seat back then. That nigga say,
the old king went happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was wild though.
Yeah.
So I mean, I just brought that up, Leslie, to establish the pattern of Otto. Plato, pimping Plato, the way he serving up his daughter.
Yeah. There you go. Like some fathers groom their daughters to play tennis, and some fathers groom their daughters to do other shit.
Oh damn!
To become queen.
Yeah, that's some wild shit.
Queen Serena and Queen Allison. There you go.
One playing with balls, the other one laying with balls. I get it, but god damn. I mean, that's still
crazy.
So we leave that, and once again, Damon is at the whorehouse.
Yes.
We can already cover that.
Yeah, we can't cover that. What I said. Yeah.
Well, that nigga was at Magic City eating lemon pepper wings when he did that shit, dog.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Hey, that nigga made a toast.
I don't like chicken wings and booty together. I don't like booty by my wings.
Listen, man.
That's too many liquids.
Magic City wings different, dog. Them some delicious booty wings, dog.
You get them on the way out. you enjoy the booty.
Somebody.
Okay, like.
Hey, I was just in your city.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I go just for the wings, nigga.
But that's a good question. So
I go just for the wings.
So Carlton was about to ask you, CJ, do you eat them there or when you on your way out?
Yeah,
I think you eat them. You could probably Uber Eats Magic City wings, but you got to eat them right there. You know what I'm saying? And
not in there.
When the booty come by, you just be like, no, thank you.
Booty air by my wings.
My wings gonna get cold. You know, I don't want my wings to get cold.
Booty air.
Like you don't want ass air around your wings, dog. Yeah, I get it, but look,
get them to go.
Lemon pepper, fried hard. I'm telling you,
that's it.
Go.
Très magnifique.
That's it. I had bandos when I was there though. Those were good.
Bandos.
man.
So Viserys told Damon, he basically kicked him out of King's Landing.
Also, I don't know if y'all been to Cheetah Lounge. Cheetah Lounge has really good food.
Cheetah Lounge.
Yeah, Cheetah in Atlanta is really good.
That's like the businessman one.
Exactly. It's literally like a sit down restaurant, and then you got the ass and titties and shit.
Yeah,
kind of off on the side.
That's what I heard. I go for the food personally. Like I'm just being honest. I like the food.
Anyway, TK, go ahead, man. Like we can't see you. You're like
you fuzzy,
a little blurry. Oh, okay. Okay, you gotta wipe off that fucking. Nope.
Did you put a filter on, TK?
Nope.
I'm sorry. What was that?
It looks like you put a filter on.
This nigga shit malfunctioning.
I don't know what happened to my camera. I have no idea. It just started tripping.
What you been recording, TK?
I ain't been recording shit.
Hey, Jamila, I feel you.
Anyway, niggas, y'all keep going. Shit.
Okay, but let's get Viserys here for a second. But seriously,
now I'm finna have to go back and watch this episode because I know I said Viserys, dog. I said Viserys. God damn it, y'all niggas gaslighting me to make me think I said Viserys. Maybe I did. I don't know. It just don't. That's like some extra syllables, though. Like it's some more syllables in that shit.
Did you put on a new shirt, TK?
No.
That nigga shirt color changed.
No. So I'm using my laptop camera now. I don't know what happened to my HD camera, but I don't know, man. Motherfucker died like Viserys back meat, I guess. So,
it was gross.
So anyway, Viserys, he sends Damon back to Runestone. Damon called him weak. And we see real quick where Viserys cuts his finger. That check killing his ass because he wasn't supposed to be there.
Yep.
And
rejecting him.
Yeah. So after we leave there,
it's crazy that they say getting cut on that fucking throne is bad luck. Like, nigga, it's inevitable. It's made out of fucking swords.
Literally, especially that version of the throne. It's
it is
everywhere.
Inevitable. Everybody's gonna get cut on that bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
But I don't recall. I don't recall Jaehaerys, reading about Jaehaerys getting fucked up like that.
He got cut. He stumbled and fucked himself up bad in his older age. Fucked himself up pretty bad. It's also what kind of helped lead to his death, but it was later in life.
Okay. So we got the last scene, and it's a mashup of different cutaway scenes, but it starts off with Viserys. He's standing in front of Balerion, and he's touching the fire, bunch of candles and shit, and he just letting the fire hit his hand and shit. Wasn't even burning him. The fire was not burning him. So then after that, you know, he's talking to Ray and he's telling her, you know, he's talking about the dream, the song of Ice and Fire.
Ice and
Man,
Fire.
get this goddamn picture off the screen.
He just keep talking. Like, goddamn.
Why does that bother y'all, man? She can't like the post and shit.
No, she can't, nigga. The thumb does not work, nigga.
Poor Shireen. You mean her bone? There is no thumb anymore.
Like we need to have a picture of Usher that says "I survived the fire." Some shit.
Damn.
God.
So,
fuck.
So this is where he decides to see, I like Mason Mar. He said I should add Emma and the baby to it.
Oh.
Should have got it.
Damn.
Difference is they were already dead.
Just like a little baby hand.
Hell, you're going.
So, anyways, you know, he told her the prophecy, and this is what he decides to name her as his heir. And then we have the cutaway scene. With it starts with, I don't like how they made the black man go first. That's just me. With Corlys, you know, hitting
I
one
don't think Corlys was first. I just think that they showed him because he's the main character.
That's what I'm talking about. Why do you have to show him first? Why the nigga got to be the first one to do it? Umar would not be pleased.
I think he was the most loyal. I think he was.
Well, shit. He was just about how Damon should be heir. So I don't know. I don't know how loyal that nigga is.
He was the one most bound by duty, honor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also
his wife was a princess.
Yeah, and that
next closest well.
I think in a way, him doing that was a symbolic of like us showing and saying like Rhaenys should have been, you know, in the same way that you're making the decision to make Rhaenyra the queen. That's how it should. I mean,
you shouldn't even be up there, you bitch ass nigga.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But it also set a precedent for the ones who followed behind him who didn't want to bend the knee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What was the Baratheon that was kind of hesitant?
Baratheon and Stark.
Baratheon and
was Stark?
Stark may not have been. He may not have been apprehensive. He may have been confused as to where he was.
the Stark, Rickon. You know what I'm saying? That Rickon part one definitely he didn't seem too hesitant. There was another one that seemed hesitant though at the end.
Hobart Hightower, Otto's brother, was hesitant.
Okay. Yeah, that nigga weak in the knee.
And that's another thing. I didn't realize Otto was a second son and inherits nothing. He's nobody. Yeah. So some of the stuff you're saying, Leslie, I see.
Yeah, he's tricking off his daughter.
Ambition, baby.
He ain't got shit.
He ain't got it right.
That's that bullshit, bro.
He ain't got shit
else.
That's
that bullshit.
He can't inherit the high tower.
The other thing I wanted to say is Viserys. God damn it.
Us.
He didn't make the decision to pick Rhaenyra over Damon because he was mad at Damon. He made the decision because Rhaenyra was the only one he felt like he could trust with that secret and with the responsibility that was going to come with the kingdom. Like, so the decision he was making in that moment was bigger than all of that shit. It wasn't about his feelings. It was really about the kingdom for him.
The legacy. Yeah.
Yeah. It was really about like somebody is gonna have to hold it down when the shit hits the fan. And I trust you to be the one to do it more than I trust anybody else.
Yeah, but that's ultimately though agreeing with Otto and them about how Damon is an absolute hothead and a motherfucker who is completely like untrustworthy to hold that position. and could go haywire and unpredictable. So, I mean,
yeah, I
see what you're saying, CJ. It's more about Ray than it is about like him not choosing Damon, but it's also about him not choosing Damon.
But Damon also goes and proves us right because he freaking lets his whore ride his dragon, get paired with his dragon. Like what?
Yep. Bluetooth. And that's some titles. And that's some titles Lannister shit. You can't, nigga, like the hoes got to be on the side. They can't ride with the main. They can't ride in the car like that.
That's crazy, man. It's like so no hoes on dragons is a t-shirt.
No side. That's a no go.
I will say this again. There were purposeful shots, camera shots. Excuse me, purposeful camera shots from the beginning that bookended at the end. So if you go back and you look at Jaehaerys at the Council of 101, once the decision is made, he kind of sits back and looks directly in the camera and says, and breathes out. And at the end of the episode, when Rhaenyra is named Princess of Dragonstone, heir to the Iron Throne, blah, 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 this, that, and the third, and Damon is flying off, and she received the blessing from her father, and then she turns around to the crowd, and she's looking, and she looks straight into the camera, and she does the same thing, like, so.
There you go.
It's very subtle things that I caught this time in looking at it that are making me think differently about it than I thought the first time. Some of the things I'm catching earlier, some of the subtle things, some of the small inflections, some of the facial expressions, different things that go on between characters that I'm catching this time. So just something to think about.
Yeah, I got some homework. Go back and watch an episode in Viserys or Viserys. We got you, CJ.
Oh, God.
We can't hear you, TK, if you're trying to talk. Uh-oh.
Did you turn it off? You did something to it a minute ago.
I think he muted himself.
No, he's not muted now. It might be his microphone.
Well.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Microphone might have hated real quick. Yeah, it's back. It's still hating. It's still. We all know what's going on. TK.
That's that white microphone. You get you a black one, my brother.
We are having some technical difficulties in the studio. So
you can hear you,
just a second, and we'll be right back with you.
As long as the head is black.
Yeah, that's pretty much the episode, though. I mean,
yeah, that's the episode.
Yeah. Like, I think it is. I know we're supposed to have church announcements. We might have to do it without the sound effect. Like TK, could you play the sound effect for the church announcements?
I didn't think we were having church announcements tonight. I mean, I can tell you some things, but
okay.
Let me put my church glasses on.
Oh, Jesus.
Is that better?
Mm-hmm.
All right, sweet summer children. We're going to have a few church announcements tonight. So, of course, last weekend was Easter. We hope you all had a wonderful holiday last weekend. We were not there because we were having Easter with our families. We was all dressed up in our Easter finery, I'm sure. I know I was. You know, sometimes when you make it to church, you make it to church Christmas, Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and I think Thanksgiving. But anyway, you know how it goes.
I was trying to. Damn, why did he take
this is why we can't have nice things. So, one thing that happened last weekend that I do want to make note of, and as you have probably seen during the week, the passing of Lou Gossett Jr., great actor, great character actor, Oscar-winning actor, has been in so many shows and movies, and he was 87. So
Mother Winslow, Jesus.
Shut up, Leslie. So we want to acknowledge that. Leslie, I swear to God. Anyway, is it the glasses? Is it the glasses that are killing him? I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. I'm glad you're back. So, yes, we are doing, so next week we'll do episode 2 of Hot D. So get ready for it. We're gonna run it down. We're gonna have more witty banter like we always do. We're gonna have the laughing twins, Carlton and Leslie, or Leslie McEvil as he is now known. That's funny.
So in other words, get you some hot D this week. Y'all, good night.
Listen, before we get out of here, Queen Mother, on your announcements, I know you usually tell us about new shows and whatnot. I think you forgot about the newest one coming out, Toy Story 6, starring Woody's cousin Hoodie. Make sure y'all go check that out.
I'm so sorry I didn't mention that.
And with that,
it was my daughter's 5th birthday, you fucking evil bastard.
You know you had that in the back of your
why did fucking let Cersei DM me? She was like, you even got on the Woody pants.
So yeah, we
thank you for saying that, TK.
So to clear everything up for y'all, because somebody asked before we get out of here. So what we are doing, we are covering House of the Dragon. It'll be leading up right up until season 2 premiere. So once season 2 happens and it's over and done with, we'll go back and finish the rewatch,
the original
Game of Thrones. So that's what we're doing right now. But it just made more sense to cover House of the Dragon since we getting closer. So that's where we are. So anyways, with that being said, on behalf of the gang, Lit Cersei, Queen Mother, Evil Leslie, CJ, Valerian, Celestia, who wasn't here, and myself, we do appreciate y'all tuning in, and we gonna see y'all.
Yippee-ki-yay!
Oh, and yes, Mal D, we will be recapping live after each episode for season 2. That's the plan.
And we're serious on that.
Very, very serious.
Very serious. All right, I'll leave this motherfucker.